And welcome here to the Hampton University Convocation Center for the Coach John McClendon Classic, a part of the College Insider postseason tournament. Matt White and Gerald Evans here at the Convocation Center, where the Hampton Pirates are your home team, hosting the Terriers of St. Francis. And the Pirates get on the board first, Gerald. Trevond Barnes down low with the easy floater.
Yeah, just exciting basketball for both teams. We thought their season was over to get a chance to play some more basketball in the CIT tournament.
Dribble drive for the Terriers. It's a turnover. Barnes will come away with it. Looks over the defense, gets in the lane, will find the trailer. That's Marrow. And the Pirates will look to extend their lead. Stop in the lane. Floater will bounce around, won't roll for Marrow. Rebound to Evans, and the Terriers looking to push it here and look to answer the Pirates' bucket on the previous possession. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Terriers finish in 5th in the NEC Conference. Lost in the quarterfinals to Robert Morris in overtime.
Foul there on Caleb Fisher. Hand checking.
It'll be his first. Team's first. Terriers, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Will move the ball around the perimeter. It's going to come now to Hurley, looking to create in the lane. Nice move to the bucket, and the layup is good.
Nice penetration there. Got all the way to the paint, and then nice spin move Hurley did. Finish off the glass.
All square here at 2. Minute and a half gone by. Fisher in the lane. Shot blocked. Rebound comes to the Terriers. Corner 3. Up. Shot. No good. Rebound plucked away from the Terriers by Hextall. Keem Mitchell loses it going to the basket. They will say last touch by St. Francis.
Yeah, it looked like that was definitely out of Keem Mitchell. Looked like it was a foul there in the play, but the refs just let the play go out and give the ball to the Pirates.
25 seconds on the shot clock, and a bad pass from Barnes results in a turnover. Hurley again to the bucket, and the layup is good.
Another tough penetration by Hurley, taking the ball to the basket. Getting it too.
Barnes' risky pass leads to an easy bucket for St. Francis. 2 minutes gone by here in the first half. Marrow, one of the nation's top scorers, his shot no good. Long rebound comes out to Hampton, and they're going to call a travel.
He called a travel on Trevond Barnes. As soon as he got the rebound, so he moved without putting the ball down first. Still a little good possession to St. Francis.
Terriers will move the ball around the top of the perimeter. Sambria looking to create, looks right side. Good movement here by St. Francis, and good man-to-man defense thus far from the Pirates. Comes back to Evans. He'll pop a long 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Hampton.
That was good defense by the Pirates. Not allowing anything inside, forced passes outside the perimeter.
Give and go to Barnes. Barnes shot off the mark, rebound again to Evans. Back to Evans. Layup is good. Six to 2, the score in favor of St. Francis. Hampton will look to slow things down here. Greg Hextall at the point. Dribble handoff to Marrow. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Marrow moving to the basket. Kick out. Barnes in the lane. Excuse me. That's Fisher in the lane, and the kiss off the glass is good for Kalen Fisher.
Nice pump fake at the perimeter by Kalen Fisher. He passed the defender, got the contact, and still finished the layup inside.
Sambria in the lane. 3, left corner is going to be short. Long rebound comes to Marrow. Pirates with a fast break opportunity here. Marrow draws contact. They're going to say it was on the floor, and the foul, I believe, will go against Hurley.
The inbound play here for the Pirates. Kalen Fisher looking inbounded.
This time the Pirates will get it into Barnes. St. Francis leads by 2. Barnes with the three-pointer, and Trey Barnes knocks down the long-range shot, and the Pirates regain the lead here by 1, 7-6. 4 minutes gone by here in the half. Pirates sticking with the man-to-man defense. Regular season, Hampton was the #2 scoring team in the Big South. Long three, no good, tipped around, finally controlled by Mitchell for the Pirates. Hextall in the lane, contact at the rim, no call, but Barnes secures the offensive rebound, and the Hampton will look to reset here with the fresh shot clock.
Jermaine throwing it up top. Going to get this high screen from Barnes.
Marrow looks to create, pass anticipated, nearly stolen by the Terriers, but another three-pointer will fall for Hampton.
He had Barnes there on the pick and roll with good defense there to get a hand into the pass lane. Probably should have went over top with it.
Yeah, Shellen did a great job of anticipating, but Hextall comes away with the 3. Shot blocked down low. We got a jump ball situation here as both Marrow and number 10, Glenn Sanabria, tie up for the ball. Takes us to the media. John McClendon Classic here in the first round of the College Insiders postseason tournament. Matt White, Gerald Evans here in Hampton, Virginia, where the host Pirates lead by 4 over the Terriers of St. Francis. And the Terriers going to look to answer here. Back-to-back three-pointers for the Pirates. Has them up by 4. Dribble drive. Hurley in the lane, pull-up jumper. Looks good and is good. Hurley right now with 6 points, leading the Terriers in scoring.
Hurley playing some good basketball to start off this game. This time grabs the shorts of Hextall. Should be on the jump shot. Yeah, but they'll be on the jump shot. And then it's on the floor. Here for the Pirates.
So Hurley will have to sit down, replacing him as number 1, Stevan Kretinik, 6'5" guard. He's a freshman out of Serbia. Pirates will inbound to Marrow, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Terriers sticking with the man-to-man. Keem Mitchell will put on the floor 8 seconds. Barnes attempting his second three-pointer, makes his second three-pointer, and the Pirates lead up to 5.
That's a part of Trevond Barnes' game that's really excelled this season. And this is his senior season. This will probably be some of his last games for the Pirates. He's really shown that he can shoot that ball from deep.
Ball on the floor, and they're going to call the travel as Kretinik lost control of it. Turnover gives the ball back to Hampton.
Again, good defense by the Pirates, playing all the passing lanes, not allowing any easy passes through. And the Terriers are struggling on the offensive side.
Right now, both teams shooting right around 50% from the floor. Hampton 5 of 10, St. Francis 4 of 9. Pirates winning the rebound battle here 6-4. Both teams each with 2 turnovers. Barnes thought about another three-pointer. Will hand it off to Hextall. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Barnes great Hextall pull up right here.
Hextall uses his 6'6" frame to create space. Shot off the mark. Terriers will control. Jordan will bring the ball up the floor now. Shellen will look to get rid of it. Puts it on the floor. 18 seconds on the shot clock now. Pull-up jumper for Hawkins. Jumper off the mark, and 3 Pirates converge on the rebound. Hextall. Good defense by Shellen in the corner. Mitchell in the lane, and we're going to get a hand check call on the Terriers on the drive by Mitchell.
He's using that arm push off on the team. Mitchell not allowing him to get inside.
Foul is on Yaya Evans, the 6'6" forward out of Brooklyn. That's his first. Team's third.
It's back to the Hextall. A little bit off the mark. Jermaine Morrow gathers it, brings it back out.
10 seconds on the shot clock for Hampton. Marrow will create, going to the basket, and the runner is good. Jermaine Marrow gets his first bucket of the game. As we said before, he's been one of the nation's leading scorers during the regular season. I believe he finished in the top 10 at one point this year. Merrill was top 5.
Yeah, seems Merrill play a lot. On the stat sheet, it says he's 6 foot, but trust me, that's very generous. He's a very dynamic, strong player. Love to drive to the cup, pull his size and his frame.
That last whistle was against Merrill. It's his first, second team foul on Hampton. Hawkins with the inside out with Roller and the Terriers.
Again, good defense by the Pirates. Not allowing any easy passes inside, so we should have everything communicated.
Pull-up jumper, no good. Smoot will secure the rebound for Hampton. Pirates lead 15-8 here, as that foul was, I believe, called on Hawkins. His first, 4th team foul against the Terriers. 12:22 and counting here from the Convocation Center. The host Pirates lead 15-8. Merrill again to the cup. Ben Stanley just checked in. His offensive putback won't fall. Rebound controlled by Roller. And the Terriers will look to cut into this Hampton lead.
This is what the Terriers got to take advantage. The transition, they can't allow the Pirates to have their defense.
Contact on the drive, no call. Officials letting both teams play. As Hexel will go down the lane. His shot is blocked by Roller. Ball goes out of bounds and will remain with Hampton. Good effort there by the Terriers there on defense, and that'll take us to immediate timeout. You're watching the Coach John McClendon Classic here, a part of the CIT. We'll be back. Have the ball, looking to inbound here. They get it into Merrill. Pirates right now shooting 40% from the floor. Looking to add to their lead as Bracey dribble drive. Shot no good. Rebound controlled by the Terriers. Ball goes out of bounds. Again, officials letting both teams play as Merrill was able to get in front of Hawkins, and Hawkins lost the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, he tried to get a blocking foul there with the contact. The good defense by Morrow just standing straight up, getting into position.
15-8 our score. Merrill looking to make it double digits. His three-pointer off the mark. Rebound to Hawkins. Terriers shooting 33% from the floor right now. 4 of 12. 0 for 5 behind the three-point line. Sambria to Roller. 13 seconds on the shot clock. He nearly loses out of bounds. Back to Williams with 9 seconds. Forced the three-pointer, and it's good. Good defense. It was a defender with the hand in the face of Jordan, but better offense that time, Gerald.
Yeah, Jordan's leading scorer for this Terrier squad, averaging just over 15 points per game.
Ben Stanley blocked going for the layup. Roller, 6'9", showing you that wingspan out of Ontario, Canada.
That was good feet work right there. Timed the layup perfectly. Got his hands up. Found the ball.
Bracey will inbound for Hampton. To Barnes, back to Bracey on the screen. Three-pointer is good. Pirates continue to stay hot from the land of 3. 4 of 5 now is Hampton.
That's what Bracey does for this squad. 3-point specialist for this Hampton team with that quick release.
Roller with the offensive board. They're going to call the foul. I believe that will be against Oakley.
Yeah, it looked like Oakley got him across the arm, trying to tie it up. By the ref.
That's Devin Oakley's first personal, 3rd team foul. So that'll send Roller to the free throw line. First shot is good. Roller, about a 49% free throw shooter. Looked much improved. Looked like a higher percentage free throw shooter with those shots. Very confident.
Looked like the Terriers going to try to pick up their defense, picking up full court.
10 minutes to go. 18-13 our score. Fisher with 13 seconds goes to Hexel.
They're going to go to the ISO basketball, mid-range jumper. Nice shot there by Greg Hexel. Nice size up, side step. And that 6'6" Trevond Hextall makes it easy to shoot over his defender.
5 points for Hextall, pushes the Pirate lead to 20 to 13, 7-point advantage for the Pirates. St. Francis, looking to answer. Hawkins in the lane, and he will be called for a travel. Another turnover will give the ball back to the Pirates. Turnover number 4 for the Terriers. Bracy bring the ball across the timeline. 9:25 to go. Pirates lead is 7, looking to add to it here. Oakley goes to the floor. No, nothing called. Jump ball will be the call. Terriers were looking for the travel. Possession will remain with Hampton. Marrow and Mitchell will check back in, replacing Oakley and Hextall. $9:17 to go. Hampton's lead is 20 to 13, and Barnes had a good idea on the pass. It was
just not fully executed there.
Fast break opportunity here for the Terriers. Pass in the lane, and Roller with the easy flush.
Nice pass there by Jordan.
And the lead for Hampton is down to 5.
Swung it right around Barnes there for the easy slam.
Great job by the Terriers, not giving Hampton an opportunity to set up their defense. Under 9 minutes to go. Pirates lead 20 to 15. Merrill looking to use a screen here from Barnes. Will stop and pop the 3. Shot off the mark. Rebound to Williams. He lost it out of bounds, and the official will say it is Hampton basketball. Williams doesn't agree with that call. It's hard to see from our angle.
I can't really see it from my angle. I don't know if they showed up on the rim and went out of bounds or deflected off of him first. But the rest would have thought it hit off him first before it went out of bounds, so they will give the possession to the Pirates.
Pirates with the fresh shot clock. Barnes backdoor cut to Merrill, and he's fouled on the shot. Great decision. That's one of those plays, Gerald, you've got to make a split-second decision, and you can't hesitate. Otherwise, it's going to be a turnover.
Another backspin cut from Morrow. Once again, this time the pass gets to him. And up straight with it. Enjoyed the contact, didn't finish it, but we'll get to the free throw line for 2 shots.
That's a nice screen there, man.
First free throw was up and good. Out tomorrow.
Spoke a little too soon there. It was in and then popped right out. The last foul was charged to Hawkins. That was his second. Marrow with another opportunity here. Lead is 5 right now. Make it 6 with that free throw from Marrow. 8.5 minutes to go. Hampton's lead is 6. Kurtnick checks back into the game for the Terriers. Rollier, top of the key, looking to get rid of it. Has Evans. Three-pointer, top of the key, no good. Long rebound comes to Bracy. He will wisely give it back to Fisher. Fisher will pull the transition 3, and Kalen Fisher pushes the Hampton lead to 9.
Gusty 3 there by Kalen Fisher, but he knocks it down. And again, good defense by the Pirates. Not allowing anything inside and forcing the Terriers to take deep contested threes.
Rollier looks top of the key, guarded by Barnes. Dribble handoff to Jordan. Jordan double teamed by Bracy and Fisher. Step back jumper is good. And they will say it's a 3-point shot there from Trevond Kurtnick.
Another tough contested 3 there. Mitchell's right in his face. This time they just get the shot to fall for him.
Back and forth action here. 24 to 18 our score. Merrill looks to create, going down the lane. His shot is blocked out of bounds. Well, Jermaine elected to catch it, thought he was still inbounds, and that'll take us to the media timeout. You're watching the Coach John McClendon Classic here, part of the CIT. We'll be back. It's the Coach John McClendon Classic, where the Hampton Pirates lead the Terriers of St. Francis 24 to 18. Matt White and Gerald Evans here courtside in Hampton as the Terriers try to cut into this Pirate lead.
Yeah, both teams not shooting the ball quite well to start off this game. Pirates just 9 of 23 from the field, 39%. The Terriers 7 of 17, 41%.
Make it 8 of 18 with that field goal. Hampton's lead down to 4. You now see San Andrea now trying to deny Mero the ball, so Fisher will give it up to Bracy. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Mero looking to create. Goes to Mitchell. Barnes down low. Contact, no call, but the flush is good. Yeah. And Barnes able to muscle that one in.
Good ball by the Pirates. Nice hockey assist there by Jermaine Morrow. Keem Mitchell, because he realized he couldn't get in to Barnes, and Keem Mitchell sends it straight into Barnes. If the jumper's up and good for the Terriers.
Yeah, Jordan answers right back with another tough jumper. 6:20 and counting. Hampton's lead is 4. Again, you see this Terrier defense try and harass Mero. Finds an open Bracy, and Bracy right on time.
And that's really what he does with the squad. Sit there around the perimeter and make you pay for it anytime you leave him with some space.
7-point advantage for Hampton. Under 6 minutes to go. Terriers look to answer. Shellen on the right block. He's got the size advantage on Barnes. We'll try and back him down. Up and under move. And nice got the roll.
Nice move there by the big guy. Shalon gave Barnes a nice little shimmy.
The shimmy shake works for the Terriers in the lead. 29-24, 5.5 minutes to go. And what has been a evenly contested game. Bracy from way outside. And the senior, Lysander Bracy, puts another 3 on the board.
You let him warm up. And when the shooter gets hot, they can start hitting from anywhere. And that was a deep one there for Bracy.
Shellen dribble handoff. Jordan, pull-up jumper from the right elbow. It's off the mark. Jordan was looking for a foul. Might have been some contact there. Fisher down the middle of the lane. Jump stop. He's blocked, but they will call the travel.
And he tried to get away with the third step there. Yes, he did try to. Got the contact. Probably was thinking he would get the foul call. I think it was a great no call there by the ref.
Yeah, I agree. 5:05 to go in the half. Hampton with their lead now at 8. Sanabria looks inside Shellen again. Shellen going to try and go back to the well. Step through, look to get it to Evans. Fade away, no good. He might have tipped it in, but no, comes back to Evans. Sanabria, Jordan, though, open 3 off the mark. Evans can't control it, out of bounds, and the possession will belong to the Pirates.
Terriers really fighting for it there. Couldn't get the ball inside the basket. Had about 2 or 3 opportunities there, but unable to finish. Pirates hold an 8-point lead with just over 44 minutes left here in this half.
Fisher will walk the ball across the timeline to Bracy. Mero being more of a distributor today, as you can imagine. St. Francis came in looking to try and run him off the shot, and a charge called against Mero. Good job. I believe it was Shellen that stepped up and took the contact. That'll be Mero's first turnover, second personal foul. Mero will head to the bench. Back on the floor now is Hextall. (32-24). Lead remains at 8 for Hampton. Kurtnick finds Sanabria. Wide open on the far side is Williams. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Good recovery here from this Hampton Pirate defense.
Kurtnick, tight defense, not allowing anything easy. Good backup there.
And it's going to be a shot clock violation as Kurtnick had a great backdoor cut, but this layup just didn't draw iron, and that'll take us to the media timeout. You're watching the CIT in the Coach John McClendon Classic. We'll be back.
What makes Hardy's bread?
Has the host Hampton Pirates and the road St. Francis Terriers in what has been a highly competitive game. Pirates right now lead by 8, have a chance to extend the lead here as Bracy, who's already knocked down a few threes, will put it on the floor to the basket. Contact, nearly had an and one there as Bracy will head to the free throw line.
That's something you don't see Bracey do a lot. This time puts the ball on the floor, drives it to the cup, takes the contact, doesn't finish, but does get 2 free throws.
Bracey right now, second leading scorer for Hampton with 9. Barnes has 10. First free throw is good for Lysander Bracey.
So far, I don't think a shot from Bracey has touched the rim.
If you're a Hampton fan, that's what you like to see. Barnes and Bracey each with 10. Make it 11 out for Bracey on a night where your leading scorer and one of the top scorers in the country, Merrow's just 1 of 7 from the floor with 3 points and in foul trouble here in the first half. Terriers turn the ball over as Williams dribbles the ball off his foot and out of bounds. So the Pirates, who lead by 10, can add to the lead here.
Again, Terriers picking up full court, not necessarily pressing the ball, but picking up full court.
Mitchell, left wing, 18 seconds on the shot clock for Hampton. Barnes will give it up to Bracey now. Back to Barnes, puts it on the floor. Barnes down the lane. Shot is blocked. Williams outlets to Sambria.
Nice block there. Looks like Barnes trying to go up.
3 is up and good for Stefan Kurjanik. Back to a 7-point lead for Hampton under 2:47 and counting in the half.
And that's what the team's going to have to find their success in transition basketball. They cannot allow the Pirates to set up in their man-press defense. It's this time the Pirates defense it can really be stifling.
Mitchell's shot blocked out of bounds will remain with Hampton. 13 seconds on the shot clock as Hurley will return to the floor for St. Francis. He's been out for quite some time with foul trouble. Hurley with 6, one of the leading scorers for St. Francis. Hextall back door to Barnes. Barnes fouled on the dunk attempt. That time it wouldn't fall for him.
And get another, they're really serving him some good passes inside. Barnes is eating inside.
You know, what he gives up in size to Shellen, he makes up in that speed.
And that's just Barnes really working to create the space.
Shellen is listed at 6'8", 234 pounds. Barnes 6'9", 215. So you're going to try and lean on speed versus size there. Free throw from Barnes is good. So he now has 11. Ties him for a team lead with Bracey. 2 seniors combining for 22 of the Pirates' 35 points here in the first half.
And that's what you see seniors taking advantage of this extra playing time they're really getting with these extra games here in this postseason tournament.
Make it 12 now for Barnes. Lead is back to 9 for Hampton. 2:20 and counting here in the first half of the John McClendon Classic here in the first round of the CIT. Evans uses his size and athleticism, shot off the mark, tried to tip it in. He got his own rebound, but he's fouled, and the foul's called on the floor. Foul is on Barnes. It's his first personal 15 foul against the Pirates. So baseline out of bounds for St. Francis. They get it into Evans, out to Sambria, and his 3 off the mark. Evans again working the boards. Hurley looks to go baseline. Puts up the floater, and he's able to get it to fall.
That's what the Terriers need to do. They need to find a way to get the ball inside. Stop relying on these deep shots and these deep threes to get back in the game. Take the ball to the cup. Finish at the rim.
Fisher looks to take it to the rim for the Pirates. His pass tipped, stolen to Rollaire. Rollaire drives to the basket, and he's fouled.
Good hard foul there by King Mitchell.
See if they call it on the floor in the act of shooting.
You got to be shooting in this one, man. You know, I think they're going to say he was shooting. And 2 free throws here for Rollaire.
Said before, Rollaire about a 50% free throw shooter for the Terriers. As you said earlier, Gerald, the Terriers have to take advantage of turnovers and get transition opportunities, and that's what they've done these last few possessions.
Yeah, when you go out in transition, try to push the ball quickly, you can get these Pirates out of space, not where they're supposed to be. You catch them with their eyes turned. And that time got the pass inside. Keem Mitchell wasn't ready with his hands up. And literally has the foul roll there to prevent the easy two.
The Rollaire showed you why he's a 50% free throw shooter on that trip. His first 2 shots were perfect. Those 2 well off the mark.
Now the Pirates have been struggling lately on their offensive side since Jermaine Morrow's taken up the game. See if they can find a way to get some buckets here.
We got a whistle and another turnover. They're going to call this on Barnes for an illegal screen. Ben Stanley will come back in. That's Barnes' second. Turnovers beginning to pile up for both teams. 7 for Hampton, 6 for St. Francis. Both teams shooting 44% from the floor at 12 of 17. Hawkins looks left. Good hesitation move. Sandria sets up Krishnick. His 3 is good. And we got a timeout called by St. Francis after Stefan. But a good run here for the Terriers. It's got them back in the game. Pirates really jumping out to this lead, shooting 77% from 3, and another turnover. .52 seconds remaining in the half. Pirates want to try and get a stop here and get a little bit of the momentum back, Gerald, before halftime.
Yeah, right now the momentum is all with St. Francis.
Sanabria.
Pirates empty before to stop St. Francis, looking for a way to get a bucket.
Krishnick again from 3. This time it's short. Rebound, Hextall. Hextall going to go all the way. Layup up, good. And it's a block as Krishnick tried to take the charge, but was well inside that restricted zone.
And yeah, perfect call by the ref. He hit it right on the mark, Matt. Krishnick tried to set the charge there, but he was right inside that semi-circle there. Restricted zone, and a good call by the ref. Blocking foul and one opportunity for Greg Hextall.
Lead for Hampton is back to 6. Free throw here makes it 7, and that's exactly what the Pirates needed after going several minutes without a field goal.
Yeah, that's a kind of 6-point swing. Terriers missed the 3 on one side. Pirates come down and get an and one right after. And we could have been a 1-point deficit to a 7-point deficit for St. Francis.
About a 2.5-second differential between game and shot clock. Sanabria will hold. Bracey will meet him near midcourt. Screen from Rollaire. Sanabria kicks out Hawkins. 3. High arcing shot, no good. Rebound comes to the Pirates. Fisher in the lane. The floater is up. Back iron and no good. Great effort to get a good shot there for Hampton. So we go to halftime. Hampton leads 39-32. Clinton Classic here in the first round of the CIT. Matt White here courtside at the Convocation Center, where the Pirates jumped out to as many as 10, but went into the halftime intermission leading 39-32. See what adjustments both teams are going to make. And I think we see the first one here from St. Francis. I think they're going to look to go inside to the big man more often.
They're relying on too many deep shots they were in the first half. As you see with the first possession here in the second half, straight inside. Get some contact and foul call, but that's what you want to see. St. Francis take the ball to the cup. And they're going to say some shooting foul, so he'll get 2 free throws here.
Yeah. Generous call there to say he was in the act of shooting. So Shellen will head to the free throw line. First shot is good. So far this evening, the young man out of Turkey has 2 of 4 from the floor, made that free throw, so he's got 5 points with another free throw here on the way. Knocks them both down. Lead for Hampton is 5, 39-34. Hextall running the point for Hampton. Dribble handoff, Kalen Fisher. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Keem Mitchell looking to Marrow. Marrow's slow shooting night, 1 of 7 for 3 points. Out to Akeem Mitchell for 3, and Akeem Mitchell with a big shot from the outside. That is his first field goal tonight, and it pushes the Hampton lead to 8. Sanabria to Hurley.
And the Pirates shooting that 3-ball well tonight, shooting 80% from the 3-point line, 8 of 10.
Evans airballs his 3-point attempt, comes down to Hextall. Fast break opportunity and another unforced turnover as Hextall and Marrow miscommunicate on that pass. Goes out of bounds, gives it back to St. Francis.
There's been a long break for this pass squad, so a little miscommunication, rust in the passes. It's going to go, 13 days since their last game, Matthew?
Yeah, the last game for this Pirate team came against Campbell in the Big South tournament. That was March the 7th. So as you said, almost a solid 2 weeks. And that 3 is good from Hurley, and to finish that last point, you know, you can practice it so much to simulate real game-like atmosphere. So Pirates trying to knock some rust off here, and I'm sure you could say the same thing here for St. Francis. Barnes on the drive. He's fouled by Shellen. It's that screen and roll. That's going to be the 3rd on Shellen. First team foul here the second half on the Terriers.
And that pick-and-roll game has been working with Jermaine Morrow and Barnes all day. He was playing Jermaine Morrow so tightly, trying to stop him from getting inside the paint. They kind of let Barnes go on the other side, and he's finding space every time. Knocks down the first free throw, Barnes does. Now he has 13 points on the game, leading his team.
You have some other scores here in the CIT. Charleston Southern leads Florida Atlantic 34-30. That's at halftime. Charleston Southern, a fellow member of the Big South. Tipping off at 8 will be Kent State and University of Louisiana Monroe. And then the late game, Cal State Bakersfield versus Cal State Fullerton. Back to action here. Hampton's leading 44-37. Sanabria's jumper is short. Rebound controlled by Hampton.
A nice move there on Jermaine Morrow, but the shot was too flat.
Hextall's jumper in and out, no good. Rebound to the Terriers' Jordan. Nice crossover in the lane. Shot high up, arcing, out of bounds, and they will say it is Hampton basketball.
Nice hesitation there by Jordan. With better defense, they let the Pirates get their hands straight up.
And they're going to get Sanabria on a push on the inbound. So that'll be the second team foul. His first. There might have been a frustration foul as he thought he should have gotten a foul on his drive. Hextall will find Fisher. Terriers will fall back into their half-court man-to-man. Hextall looks to turn the corner here. Marrow drives baseline, gets to the basket, loses his balance. Shot blocked by Rollaire. Ahead to Hawkins, now to Jordan. Jordan pump fakes, and he's fouled. That'll be 2 free throws for the Terriers, as I believe Kalen Fisher tied him up.
(44-37) is the score. First free throw was knocked down by Jordan.
Bracey will return to the floor for Hampton.
Had a terrific first half, Bracey did. Went to halftime shooting 3 or 4 from the field, 3 from deep. Knocking down both free throws with 11 points at the half.
Jordan knocks down the free throws for the Terriers. 44-39. Bracey calls out the set as we reach the 17-minute mark. Marrow comes off a screen, got the defender in the air, back to Mitchell. Mitchell nearly lost it. Behind the back pass to Barnes, and Barnes is fouled again on the dunk opportunity. I believe they're going to call it on Rollaire.
And what about the pass from McCain Mitchell behind the back, Trevond Barnes? Trevond Barnes had to go with the big slam He gets hit on the arm that time against Roller. And Roller thinks he didn't really catch him there. On the arm, just thinks Barnes.
Yeah, Roller's still looking around like, wait, that was on me? Barnes back to the free throw line. Opportunity to extend the Pirate lead. First free throw is short. Second free throw is good. Back to a 6-point advantage for Hampton. Hurley looking to create, back to Roller. Roller going to look to drive to the basket, backing down. Might have been a travel there. Shot was well off the mark. Hampton secures the rebound.
Everybody got a little bit of travel there.
Marrow uses a screen. Back to Barnes, give and go. Marrow, finger roll is good, and the foul.
Dwayne Morrow wisely used the offhand. Kind of set off the defender. Defender goes right through that off on the fouls. Morrow.
It was a good
still had enough space to finish the layup.
Good two-man game between Marrow and Barnes. As we said before, Blair gives up the speed to Barnes's. Blair has size, but Barnes and the speed showing the difference there creates an opportunity for Marrow in a three-point play, but the free throw, no good.
Well, that's again shows you how good your man is. This is one of the players, when you pass the ball, he doesn't just stop and watch. He passes the ball, he cuts and finds the open space on the floor. Nice give and go.
Lead back to 8 for Hampton. Krasnich skip past Hurley, thought about the three, he'll take it now, and he drills it. Great shooting there.
Hurley's playing some great basketball. If he can just stay on the floor, stay out of foul trouble, he's having himself a pretty good game.
Hextall will call out the set as we near the 60-minute mark. Pirates lead is down to 5. Marrow thought about his own three. Kick out Mitchell. Mitchell's three off the mark. Rebound to Hurley. Terriers in transition. They had success in transition in the first half. Hurley thought about a pull-up jumper, but wisely will reset the offense here for the Terriers. Roller drives.
Good defense here.
10 seconds. They go back to Roller in the lane.
And straight up by Barnes.
Great defense by Barnes. Was straight up and down, made that as tough a shot as possible. Marrow pass to Mitchell. Mitchell, shot tip. Barnes got the rebound, and this time he's fouled, and the shot will fall.
What about Trevond Barnes today? Giving it his all. Taking advantage of this extra game. 49-42 is the score.
And we'll be back here watching the Coach John McClendon Classic in the first. Free throw is good. Yes. Lead back to 8 for Hampton. Pirates have led by as many as 10 in the first half. Hawkins left side looks over the defense. Pirates stick to a man-to-man. Shellen right side. Hurley. Fancy dribbling, pump fakes. Shellen looking to get rid of it now. Just beyond the three-point line. 8 seconds. Hawkins down the middle of the lane. Floater is up, off the mark. Rebound to Mitchell.
Again, good man defense, switching on all picks, communicating, and forcing a rush shot by the Terriers.
Marrow. Screen from Barnes. Looks to get to the basket, throws a pass. I don't know if it was deflected or if he was trying to throw a lob, but Hurley in the lane. Layup is good. As we said before, the best offense for St. Francis has been in the transition coming off of a Pirate turnover.
That's 16 points for Hurley. Really having himself a great game.
Hextall, right side with it. 14 minutes to go here in the ball game. Pirates lead is 6. Hextall in the lane, used his length, drew contact, and Hextall will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Krasnich. It's his third personal. 6th team foul on St. Francis. So the next foul will put the Pirates in the bonus here with over 14 minutes left in the ball game. Jordan will replace Kristinich as the lead now 51-44 in favor of Hampton.
An 8-point lead for the Hampton University Pirates against St. Francis. Just under 14 minutes remaining here in the contest. Terry Susan hop in the row. Ball goes to the corner. Hurley thought about the three, doesn't take it. Instead, draws a blocking foul against Jermaine Morrow.
It's going to be a third on Marrow. He's not happy with the call. It's been a tough game for Marrow, but that was one of those tough calls where it could have gone either way. Marrow with just 5 points on 2 of 9 shooting. Hawkins on the inbound, three-pointer, no good. Hextall saves it, gets it into Barnes to Mitchell. Wasn't pretty, but the Pirates able to save the possession.
Gracie has the top of the key. Pirates passing the ball quickly when they get no one's really holding for too long.
Gracie pull-up jumper off the mark. Marrow offensive rebound, the layup is good. Right place, right time for Jermaine Marrow. And the Pirates lead is back to double digits, 54-44.
That's Jermaine Morrow always been finding his way inside the play. This time wasn't the ball handler or the one making the play. This time the one getting the rebound.
Sanabria will pull up for three. His shot off the mark. Marrow and Shellen fight for it. Eventually, Size wins in that matchup, and Marrow just picked up his fourth.
Yeah, that's just a silly foul. Saw the defender, he's trying to jump up there and get the ball.
Yeah. Definitely a frustration foul there. Marrow upset. He couldn't control that original rebound and got just too aggressive and picked up his fourth. Fortunately, though, for the Pirates, 18 points from Barnes, 11 points from Bracey, and 10 from Hextall. So the Pirates have gotten scoring in other places tonight, and hope that continues for them. Shellen will take the long three. His shot is off to the left. Fisher, who just replaced Marrow, will look right side to Mitchell. Mitchell in the lane. Pass out to Barnes. 13 seconds on the shot clock as we reach the 12-minute mark. Mitchell reverse layup up and good.
Nice finish there by Mitchell. Finishing on the other side with the reverse layup.
Mitchell now with 5 points. Very balanced scoring night here from the Pirates. Kristinich in the lane, throws up the glass. High off the glass shot, no good. Bracey will push. Hextall will take the transition three. It's an air ball saved by Hampton. The official did call the foul, but it will remain Hampton basketball when we come back from the media timeout. You're watching the Coach John McClendon Classic in the first round. Minutes to go here, Gerald.
He has been the great play of the Pirates on the defensive side. That's gave them and kept them this lead.
Bracey again.
That right there is
from three.
With his high shooting now, 4 for 4 from deep. And again, the Pirates are lighting it up.
15-point advantage. Bracey now with 14 points.
Pirates are now with 9 of 13 from downtown.
Great drive there for Sanabria. Got in the lane, was able to turn the corner, and the layup is good. Lead back down to 13. Terriers not going away. Hextall looks down low. Bracey will come to top. Pass to Stanley, nearly stolen. 13 seconds now. Pirates got to create something. Fisher looking to create. He'll force up a jumper. It's off the mark. Rebound to the Terriers. Hurley had the ball poked away. Comes back to the Terriers. Sanabria back to Shellen. Shellen in the lane now to Hurley. Hurley's layup is good. Great ball movement, great unselfish play. Got the Terriers the best shot possible.
Yeah, now they're taking it to the cup, not settling for a deep shot. That's up for mid-range jumps along 2, 6 inches to the cup, either getting a foul or finishing at the basket. Repossession there from the Terrier.
Hextall working the offense. Looks right, now has to come back left. Bracey at the left elbow. Puts it on the floor again. Jump stop, shot block. Good D by the Terriers. And we've got a whistle. It looks to be a foul on Hampton.
Bracey that time trying to put the ball back on the floor and find a way inside to get the 2.
Foul.
A lot of contact, but they're going to say more ball than contact, so.
Foul, charge to Akeem Mitchell. 15 foul on Hampton. Santabria, dribble handoff Hurley. Hurley gets a screen from Shellen, looks to create. Had a pocket pick, but Shellen in the right place. Used the glass and the lead just like that. Down to 9. A quick 6-0 run from St. Francis.
Caleb Fisher took the ball from behind and went straight to the open player for the Terriers. Greg Hextall with the ball at the top of the key. Calling out the offense. Handling the ball responsibilities with Mando out the game.
And they're going to get Hextall with a carry.
Great call.
Another turnover. Williams will check in for the Terriers. Terriers on a 6-0 run here. Pirates were up by 15 just a few moments ago. And since then, the Terriers have been able to get 3 layups with relative ease. Shellen, miscommunication, just threw the ball away.
He tried to force the ball inside. Trevond Barnes read his ass and picked it off easily.
Bracey forced a 3 there.
Good shot.
That shot off the mark. Rebound to St. Francis. Santabria, nice moves. Hesitation, looks to create. Shellen will put it on the floor, going to the basket. Layup is no good, but he draws the foul.
Yeah, that time Trevond Barnes backed up and kind of like tempted him and dared him to put the ball on the floor. And Shedden's like, okay, I'll put the ball on the floor, took it to the paint, ain't got the contact. Two free throws here for Shellen. 9-point deficit for the Terriers. First free throw is knocked down. Terriers struggling here in the second half, shooting just 25% from the field, 3 of 12. And 16 of 42 on the game, just 38%. Go 50% from the free throw line, making one missing the second one. Hextall has the ball top of the key. Caleb Fisher is a double screen.
Fisher down the lane, got the layup to go.
Nice hesitation there by Caleb. Got the player off balance and took it straight to the rim.
Lead for Hampton back to double figures at 10. 8.5 minutes to go. Terriers looking down low. No, it's a skip past Williams. Wide open. His 3 is good. Thought they were going to go inside of the big man, but Williams was left wide open, and he made the Pirates pay with that open shot. Lead down to 7. 8-12 and counting. Pirates will have to set the offense here. Man-to-man look from the Terriers. Fisher, a lot of dribbling here. And he's going to settle for a contested 3. It's no good. Rebound to St. Francis.
So a couple bad possessions from the Pirates. Just taking bad shots.
Hawkins, right side. Nice crossover in the lane. Shot off the glass, no good. Fisher will push. Goes through 2, 3 defenders, and the layup is good. More often than not, Jared, you said that was a terrible idea, 1-on-4, but it's Kalen Fisher.
He's very athletic. Found a way to dodge 2 defenders in air and still make the layup.
7:21 and counting. Long 3, contested 3 is good. Hand down, man down. Savon Kurtnick makes the Pirates pay again. Lead back to just 6 for Hampton.
He's been knocking them down all day now, 4, 5.
Barnes on the screen and roll. The floater will fall. So both teams continue to exchange baskets, and we got a timeout called by the Pirates. Will become the media timeout. Digits says 15. but the Terriers of St. Francis just will not go away, Gerald.
Yeah, not at all. Literally fighting every step of this game. Not shooting their best from deep. And finding ways to hang around and stay in this game.
Santa Bria in the lane. Nice no-look pass to Shellen. And 65-59 our score here. The Terriers continue to just hang around.
And that's kind of what's helping stay in this game. Keeping the ball inside, even Shellen inside.
I believe they're going to call the offensive foul. Let's see. It is a charge on Hextall. That's his first. And we've got another media timeout. So we'll be right back. White, Gerald Evans here, courtside with you as Hampton turned the ball over on that last play as Hextall was called for the charge. Jermaine Marrow back on the floor playing with 4 personals. Be mindful of that here if you are a Pirate fan.
St. Francis just found a way to stick around in this game. Just down 6 with another unforced turnover.
Yeah, that's what, the second time tonight someone from St. Francis has just literally dribbled the ball off their foot. That time it was Santa Bria. Before, I want to say it was Williams.
Yep.
6-13 and counting.
Taylor Fisher has it.
Pirates will work the ball around the perimeter. It's going to come to Marrow. Again, Marrow has to be cautious playing with 4 personals. Barnes in the lane, draws contact, and the layup is good. Well, no, they're going to wave it off. The ball was already through the cylinder, and Fisher jumped up and grabbed the rim. They're going to wave it off.
Foul 33 is 4, team 7.
So tough break there for Barnes. What was going to be a 3-point play opportunity is now just going to be 2 free throws.
Yeah, I thought it was already in. I didn't see much of the issue with it, but
I think even though it was still in the cylinder, you still can't touch it. It's still offensive goaltending.
it was through the net, Matthew.
I agree with you. I'm just saying the nature of the rule. Barnes makes them both, so it's a 2-point play for the Pirates. Lead back to 8. Santa Bria handoff. Krnich. He's been the hot hand behind 3 for the Terriers. Santa Bria trying to create off the dribble. He'll take the step back, foot's on the line. Rebound for the shot is Marrow. Pirates have an opportunity to try and put the Terriers away here. Pass deflected out of bounds will remain with the Pirates.
So did Barnes get 2 free throws for that? With it being a basket interference?
Just 2.
Still gets his 2 free throws.
Yes, he still got the 2 free throws. It just wasn't counted as a made bucket. So he did get the 3-point opportunity. Marrow up and under, and it's good. Give him the and one. Again, the Pirates have just found this backdoor Achilles heel against St. Francis. 18 foul on St. Francis. Stanley will check in for Hampton. Free throw is good. That last foul was caught on Jordan of St. Francis. It was his first. Lead back to 11. Santa Bria shot blocked.
With a nice block. The backboard.
Ben Stanley, athleticism, just skied for the block. Pirates another opportunity here to try and put this game away. But you cannot count out the Terriers. Under 5 minutes to play. We got a foul away from the ball. They're going to get Trevond Barnes. They're going to save it for the hold. It's his 4th. Krnovich talking to the officials saying that Bracey pulled his arm. Bracy at the free throw line shooting 1 and 1. First free throw up and good for Lysander Bracy.
It's been a busy day in sports today, Matt. How's your bracket looking for NCAA tournament so far?
What if I told you I was too scared to fill one out this year?
I'll be disappointed. I feel like this is a pretty easy year to kind of do.
Hey,
it's more of a
ask Marquette fans that.
Now, I picked Murray State to win it. Javon Morant is a heck of a player.
15 points for Bracy. Four Pirates right now in double figures. Barnes leading the way with 22. Bracy with 15. Hextall and Merrill each with 10. And Kalen Fisher is knocking on the door with 9. So a very balanced attack for the Pirates here in the John McClendon Classic in the first round of the CIT. Both free throws are good for Bracy. 16 points for the senior out of North Carolina. Jordan, pump fake, looks again in the lane. Swings back. Hurley's long three. Off the mark. Shellen nearly had the rebound. Comes to Hextall. And the Pirates will continue to slow things down and let the clock continue to tick away here. In the lane, Hextall uses that 6'6" frame. Fadeaway jumper short. Rebound comes to Kalen Fisher. Fresh 30 for Hampton. And the Pirates will look to work more clock. Barnes sets the screen. Hextall in the lane. Step through, floater, no good. Contact, no call, but Bracy again tracks down the rebound. Clock continues to tick. At the 4-minute mark now, next dead ball will take us to immediate timeout. Merrill in the lane, driving. Fouled on the shot, layup won't go. But when we come from the immediate timeout, Merrill will be at the free throw line. Charleston Southern with a 59-55 lead over Florida Atlantic. That's with 4:53 to go. And late in the first half, University of Louisiana Monroe 39-36 over Kent State. The late game in the CIT, we'll see Cal State Bakersfield and Cal State Fullerton tipping off at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch all of these games as you're watching this one right now on watchcit.com. Merrill splits the free throws, 73-59. Sanabria looks to create. Krasernich with 20 seconds on the shot clock, trying to make some headway here on Bracy. Hurley from way outside, left of the mark, rebound, Hextall. Long pass ahead to Stanley. Stanley layup up and good. St. Francis looking to call a timeout. .324 to go here. Hawkins will receive the inbounds pass. Three-point shooter, it knocks it down with a hand in his face. Kurnick again from downtown.
You can literally hear the hand of miss thing. And shooter, man, no shooter. He wanted him to get out there and put a hand on his face, but just too little, too late.
5 of 6 from 3 is the freshman from Serbia. He's got 15 points. Hextall in traffic, shot no good. Rebound will go out of bounds and will belong to the Terriers. Under 3 minutes to go here. Pirates lead 75-62. Hawkins outside. Hurley hesitates on the shot. Elbow jumper short. Rebound again to Greg Hextall. Hextall right now with 9 rebounds. All of them on the defensive side to go along with 3 assists and 10 points. So another double-double performance likely here. And Hawkins will be called for the reach. It's his third personal. Send Merrow back to the free throw line. Uncharacteristically, Merrow just 50% tonight. He's 3 for 6 to go with 11 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds.
Yeah, 2 of the prominent scorers for the Pirates, the guards, Hextall and Jermaine, both struggling from the field tonight. Hextall just 3 of 10. Jermaine Morrow 4 of 11, 10 points each. Not giving their best efforts on the offensive end, but giving their best efforts in the game. Still working on the offensive end to facilitate on the defensive side for their squad.
Merrow's free throw struggles continue. Short on the first shot. Lead remains 75-62. Second shot is good for Merrow. Lead back to 14 for Hampton. Sanabria quickly will cross the timeline, take the open 3. Fisher took a step back.
And St. Francis still playing hard. Another 3 goes down for them. Second half just 2 of 7, still 56% on the 3-point line on the Pirates. Only 9 for 16.
Hextall ahead to Merrow. Merrow sets up Bracey. Bracey will hold. Pirates will continue to work clock here as we reach the 2-minute mark. 20 seconds on the shot clock to the Pirates. Looking to preserve this victory. Merrow, nice pass to Stanley, is tipped and stolen. Sanabria out to Hawkins. Hawkins transition 3 is good. Again, the Terriers will not go away.
So they knocked down another 3 and call out another time.
St. Francis has been converting off of Pirate turnovers.
The transition basketball. Not allowing the Pirates to really set up their defense. And a great call. The name out through his shoulder and they called an offensive foul. He should have just passed the ball.
And that's his 5th. Thought it was a soft call. Tough call against Jermaine Merrow. 3 seconds came off the clock. Lead stays at 8. Wide open layup for the Terriers, and the lead down to 6. Full court press. Fisher ahead to Hextall. Hextall will cross midcourt. He loses the ball. It's a 3-on-1. Fisher, Hurley drops it off to Kirshnick. Kirshnick somehow splits 2 defenders, and the lead is down to 4. 1:22 to go. Mitchell to Bracey. Bracey is fouled, and Bracey will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And I don't know what just happened here. Just a 15, 16-point lead, not too long ago for these.
It was about a 14-point lead. Then a 3 cut it to 11, and since then, it's almost been Murphy's Law for Hampton. Merrow called for his 5th foul, which was an offensive foul, turned the ball over. Easy layup for the Terriers. Next play, Greg Hextall goes to the floor, loses control, and Bracey misses a free throw. So the lead remains at 4. Game is far from over. Bracey missed his first free throw right there. Now 4 of 5. Second free throw is up and good. 77-72. Pirates still have a foul to give in the 1-and-1. Hawkins from outside, the 3 off. Williams, offensive rebound. Will set it back to Hawkins. Hawkins down the lane. Shot is blocked. Williams with the rebound. Hawkins open from 3. Swings it left to Hurley. Hurley looks to get to the basket. Nearly lost control of it. Under a minute to play. Hurley baseline. Skip pass. Sanabria. Hawkins. 10 seconds. Sanabria looks to drive. Good defense by Hampton. Kalen Fisher and Akeem Mitchell forced the turnover. 2-on-1. 3-on-1. Stanley. Layup and foul. The defense of Hampton slams the door shut on what might have been one of the best comebacks I'd ever seen.
These last 2 minutes of this game has been confusing as I've ever seen. St. Francis been on quite a run. The Pirates has put on a great defensive stand these last 30 seconds. now allowing St. Francis to get anything.
Stanley's free throw is no good. Rebound to Williams. Lead is back to 7, 79-72. Hawkins gets a screen from Santabria in the lane. Pass stolen again. This time it's Hextall, and he'll hold it. Shot clock is off. Hextall content to let the time tick away, and Hawkins will foul. That might have been his 5th.
Yeah, that should probably do it here for the Pirates. St. Francis try to make it interesting here late in this game. But a little too late for them.
13.9 seconds remaining in the ball game. Greg Hextall at the free throw line. So far today, Hextall 3 of 11 from the floor, but 3 of 3 from the free throw line to go along with 9 rebounds, 3 assists. He has 10 points. Jordan Williams will check in for Hawkins, who fouled out. Hextall, free throw, good. 80-72. Pirates lead by 8. Second free throw on the way for Hextall is good. Santabria quickly will push the tempo. 10 seconds left. Williams, 3, air ball, rebound control by Hampton. And that might just do it here. Terriers not looking to steal us. The final seconds tick away here from the Hampton University Convocation Center, where the Pirates come away with an 81-72 victory, led by Trevond Barnes.